Power outages are common after a severe storm. However, a generator can be helpful to keeping your family comfortable until your electricity is restored. It's best to pick a generator up long before the storm hits and be familiar with how to operate it. There are a variety of options and guidelines for selecting the best one. Finding the right size generator will take a little planning to be sure you have exactly what you need. First, make a list of the items you want to keep running, such as the refrigerator, lights, media, and other critical mechanicals. Check the manuals or data plate attached to each device to determine the rated wattage or how much it takes to run the item. For larger items like the refrigerator, you'll also need to know the surge wattage, or how much it takes to start the item. Add up the rated wattage for all items and add in the highest surge wattage. This total will be how much wattage the generator needs to supply. Don't overload the generator. It's not only unsafe, but it can lead to permanent or costly damage for items you're supplying power to. Safety is critical when it comes to operating a portable generator. First, thoroughly read and understand the instructions provided by the manufacturer. Use the appropriate, heavy-duty exterior extension power cords. Run them through a window or door to the unit set up outside. Never set up a generator in a garage. A gas-powered generator creates carbon monoxide, so a good rule of thumb is to keep it 20 feet away from the house on a flat, stable surface. Also, don't plug a generator into a wall outlet. Backfeed current can create an extreme hazard for the utility crews working to restore power. Before you get started, check for any gas leaks in your home. This is critical because severe storms can cause leaks. If you smell gas, call a professional to repair the lines before you turn anything on. In fact, it's recommended to have a CO detector on all floors of your house just to be safe. If you're looking to run a hardwired appliance, such as a furnace, you'll want to have an electrician install a power transfer switch system in advance. Starting up most generators is a fairly simple process. However, always read your instruction manual prior to first use. Make sure all cords are unplugged and the gas is full. The generator, again, should be outdoors on a level surface at a safe distance from your home. Make sure you have fresh fuel and always make sure the generator is cool before you refuel. Also, when it comes to fuel, store it away from the generator for safety. First, make sure the unit is outdoors on a level surface. Next, turn the fuel valve to the on position. Set the on-off switch to on. Then, pull the choke handle out to the choke position and push and hold the start switch in the start position until the generator starts. And then, gradually push the choke handle into the run position. Let the motor run for a while before plugging things in. Once you are ready to plug things in, start with the item that pulls the most power. Once it's up and running for a bit, you can add other items, alternating circuits. When it's time to add fuel, turn everything off and allow the generator to run a little longer. Then, turn off the generator, flip the fuel switch off, and unplug the extension cords. Allow the unit to cool off and only then add more fuel. Restart the generator as previously instructed. As with any motorized device, you'll want to ensure a long, trouble-free life by doing the regular maintenance on the unit as described in the manual. Fresh fuel as well as oil and spark plugs are important to keep a generator running properly and ready when you need it most. When it comes to using a generator, preparing yourself is key. And now, you know how to do it right.